Alright, Shalom Israel. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, double wonders to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to elect men out there doing this work of faith and labor of love and true sincerity. Alright, this lesson basically I want to tap into, how the Lord molds our character, okay? And, basically that the Lord is molding our spirit, to be true soldiers for him, true men of the Lord, because the Lord want what? Soldiers in his army, 144,000 strong men. So ultimately what the Lord is molding our spirit, into how he wants us to be, to be fit for the kingdom, and how does the Most High do this? He does this, by chastening us, not by putting us through these trials, tribulations, and afflictions, and I basically got the inspiration of this lesson, based off Apostle Ramlah's latest lesson about how we are to prepare our soul for diverse temptations, okay? And the Most High set these things up to be this way to make us better men for him, So with that, this first script here is Jeremiah 18:1. The word which came to Jeremiah from the Lord, saying, Arise and go down to the potter's house, and there will I cause thee to hear my words. Then I went down to the potter's house, and behold, he wrought a work on the wheels, and the vessel that he made of clay was marred in the hand of the potter. So he made it again another vessel, as seemed good to the potter to make it. Then the word of the Lord came to me, saying, O house of Israel, cannot I do with you as this potter, saith the Lord? Behold, as the clay is in the potter's hand, so are ye in my hand, O house of Israel. Right, so just how, the Lord used an example of a potter taking a piece of marred clay, a piece of messed up clay, in the hand of a potter, and he reshaping it into another vessel that it could be better. The Most High saying we're in his hand, so he's doing the same thing with us. We were out in the world, doing our wickedness, typical shit, that average Jake do. We're a piece of marred clay. We were destroyed, okay? But now what? The Most High reshaped us, or is reshaping us into a vessel which seemeth good unto him, being that he's the potter, okay, ultimately, all right? And, they have a saying in the world with that you're a product of your environment, product of my environment, and that's true, because when we're in the world, we became a product of the things that surrounded us and that molded our spirit into being who we were according to the ways of this world, all right? But now being in the spirit of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, and through, having true righteous teachers, the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, we're being a product of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, okay? And we're being built up through the spirit to be a vessel of honor and not a vessel of dishonor, okay? And the Most High is doing this through the things in which we go through and the things in which we suffer on a daily in this constant hell, all right? So, so with that, this next precept I got here, this is Hebrews chapter 12, verse 5. And ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children. My son, despise not thou the chastening of the Lord, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him. For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth, and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth. If ye endure chastening, the Most High deal with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? Right, like, our earthly fathers, they cared for us. So when we were younger, what? We went off, we did things, that weren't pleasing unto them, what? They had to get on us. So it's the same way how the Heavenly Father, he does with us. As it says in Amos chapter 3, the Lord is basically only known us, therefore he punished us for our iniquities. So, a true father, what? He's going to get on his children to correct them and steer them in the right direction. And that's what the Most High is doing unto us, so that we can be men and rise up for him, against the wiles of Satan, against the evildoers, okay? And when you go into this word here, chastening, all right, in Hebrews 12 and 5, okay, And the word here is paidae. Okay, paidae. All right. So when you go down into this word, we see here, how the Most High is training us, how the Most High is building us up. All right, and it says, all right, the whole training, okay, and education of children, which relates to the cultivation of mind and morals. So what? We're in training and education. Education meaning what? To draw forth. So the Most High is drawing that godly spirit up out of us for us to be His true men. And it said what? Which relates to the cultivation of mind and morals. So the Most High is cultivating us morally, so that what we have the things pertaining to the spirit of the Lord, kindness, charity, brotherly love, so on and so forth, to add into the spirit, add into our spirit. And it said, what when you think of cultivation, it said what? Cultivation of the mind. So just how a farmer would cultivate the land, to make the land proper, ready, to receive the seed, and for the seeds to grow and to have the harvest. So he could have a plentiful harvest. What he would take care of the land, properly prepare it, so on and so forth. So this is the same way the Most High is doing with us. He's cultivating our minds so He can bring forth that righteous seed. The word gets sucked into us, because the word is the seed, that gets planted into our minds, and therefore it sprouts and it grows. So the Most High is cultivating our mind, with His proper morals and the true ways in which we are to be. And said what? The training and education of children. So we're in spiritual boot camp, man. Okay, because this battle, is a battle of the spirit versus the flesh. All right, and this battle, it all deals with the mind. So we have to have strong mind, and we have to have strong morals within His truth. All right, and it says, and employs for this purpose now commands and admonitions, now reproof and punishment. It also includes the training and care of the body. Because what the scriptures also tell you how to take care of your body so that the Most High can dwell within us, being that we are the temple of the Most High. All right, and it says, whatever in adults also cultivates the soul, especially by correcting mistakes and curbing passions. What we learn how to deny, ungodly lust within His truth. Okay, instruction which aims at increasing virtue. When you go into the word virtue, it basically means manly or to be a man. So the Most High is increasing our manliness, our virtue, by training us, putting us through the spiritual boot camp. Okay, and it says chastisement, chastening of the evils with which the Most High visits men for their amendment. So this is all what the Most High is doing. He's training us, in the spiritual boot camp by constantly going through this hell. Okay, because every day we're in this hell is nothing but a repeat, and we're just enduring the flames, day by day, to purify our spirit, man. So every day we're living in hell, is constantly a repeat. We're going over different trials, different tribulations. I'm saying? There's nothing new under the sun. Every day is basically a repeat. It's like you go to work, you do what you got to do, you handle your little worldly responsibilities, and you try to be in the spirit, as much as possible. So every day in hell is nothing but a repeat, and we're just, enduring the flames. And, as Apostle Ramlam said in his lesson, we're slowly but surely casting off that old man. Is being purified while we're enduring these flames, in this hell in which we're going through. Okay? Because, through the spirit, we have to learn, how to basically embody, these trials, these tribulations and afflictions. All right, and when you go into the word embody here, all right, and it says to be an expression or give a tangible or visible form, an idea, quality, or feeling. It's not the right one, but it says here, number 2, include or contain something as a constituent part. Okay, so this is the point. You have synonyms: incorporate, include, contain, encompass. All right, archaic. Form people into a body, especially for military purposes, right? So when we have to embody, these afflictions, these trials, these tribulations, what we go through, is what for a military purpose, to build our minds up to be able to withstand the times of Jacob's trouble in which we're about to face, and to withstand the mark of the beast, the RFID chip, man. So the Most High is building us up for what? That military purpose. So therefore, we have to learn how to embody these trials, tribulations, and afflictions. And the word embody basically goes into this word incorporate here. So when you go down here, it lets you know M plus body on the pattern of Latin incorporare, which means what? To incorporate. All right. Now going into this word incorporate real quick, it says incorporate, to take in or contain something as part of a whole, include. And you have the synonyms here. What? Absorb, include, subsume, assimilate, integrate, take in, swallow up, having a bodily form embodied. So everything in which we go through, it adds into our spirit. When you go through a situation uh, with your woman, brothers, you may have came into this truth, and you may have had your Eve from the world, and dealing with it when you first came into the truth. Now all of a sudden things start switching up, because you're in the truth, and now she starts to do you dirty. So you go through that situation. So with any other woman that you deal with after her, you done already been through the motions. So now through learning the things of the spirit and how women are, now later on dealing with women, you'll be much better, and you won't let a woman get to you as much as your last Eve did, because the Most High put you through that tribulation. He afflicted you in the spirit, to build you up later, okay, so that you can absorb that affliction and it can become a part of you, so that whenever a woman comes across your path, you're not so easily moved by a woman, okay? You won't let a woman take over your spirit. You won't let a woman conquer your spirit, because that's what these women desire to do, or going through things with your family. Your family trying to get at you, trying to remove you from the ways of the Lord and try to make you feel like what you're doing is wrong and you're going about it the wrong way. So you go through it with that situation, you embody that, you embrace it, you make it a part of you. So later on, you grow in the spirit and they're still trying to come at you. It's like, oh, what the hell ever. Nothing what they say it matters anymore. But in the beginning, it got to you. But through going through the motions of that situation, now it's nothing to you. Okay, so you in turn, what you embodied, that you took it in, you absorbed that, you swallowed that up. All right, so that becomes a part of your spiritual armor and your spiritual growth within this truth. Okay, and to further show that here, Ephesians 6:12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of the Most High. Okay, so what? This is the whole armor of the Most High. And going back to verse 13, it says, wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. So these different pieces of the armor and what you go through, like how I use the example with your woman, how it said like having on like the breastplate of righteousness, Now having on a breastplate covers what? Your heart, your chest, okay? Your loins, girt about with truth. You defending the gospel. Your feet shod with the preparation. You being out there on them highways and byways, preaching the word, so on and so forth. So each part of this armor, represents a piece of tribulation in which you're blocking the fiery darts of Satan, man. The fiery darts of the wicked. Each thing in which you go through, it represents a piece of this armor of the Most High. So when you go through with a situation with your woman, as I stated, you might have blocked that with your breastplate, okay? Your family getting on you, trying to break your faith, you might have blocked that with the breastplate of righteousness, okay? Somebody trying to come at you and try to tell you what you're into is a lie, you're breaking down their lies and their bull by having your loins girded about with truth, okay? and you being a godly man and doing godly works, when you come across certain people that call themselves Christians, they just go to church on Sunday, but they're hypocrites all throughout the week. They're not really doing the work. But you're out there in them highways and byways week in and week out. That's having your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace, because you're putting that into action. Okay? So all of these different elements of putting on the whole armor of the Most High is you constantly going through these trials, tribulations, and afflictions, and you blocking them every which way, man. That's the whole armor of the Most High, Yahweh Shem Shai, man. You know, constantly going through these things, and the Most High, once again, is what molding our character. You know, going back in, to that word chastening, paidae, in Hebrews 12 and 5. He's molding our character, building us up by constantly going through these things, man. So that we can be his righteous men in the end, This last precept I got right here, this is 2 Timothy 2 and 3. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahweh Shai. And all of those different examples, those are examples of enduring hardness, of going through, the motions of demons constantly trying to get at you, for you to endure. And what, as possible, Gabar was getting into what endure means, what, to make hard. Okay, and going into what this definition right here, kakapetio, all right, it says what, to suffer, endure evils, hardships, troubles, to be afflicted. So, and you enduring and being a good soldier of Yahweh Shai, you're going to endure constantly being afflicted, man, because that's a part of this truth. So in this truth, as I said, once again, to reiterate the point, we have to learn to embody and embrace these trials, tribulations, and afflictions, and make it become a part of our spirit. So later on, when we grow in this truth, that these things become nothing to us, man. We have to be, what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, we have to be immune. We have to be numb to the ways of this world. Okay, that's why it says, going into verse 4, it says, no man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier. Right? So you have to learn, in its truth, to become immune, unto the wiles of Satan, immune to the everyday crap of this life, that tries to afflict us in our mind and in our spirit, and try to get us to go off of the true path of Yahweh Shem Shai. So that's pretty much the point, brothers. Just in this truth, the suffering is a very key element in this truth, man, and which we have to embrace, because ultimately it's only for the good. You can sit there and let the tribulations and stuff basically get to you and eat you up in the spirit if you want, but that's up to you, because the Most High ultimately is doing this to build us up. But it's up to you and your mind and how strong you want to be, within this truth. If you're going to let it eat you up, and you're going to let tribulations cast your way, and you're going to be easily moved, or you're going to let the things that you go through build you up and make you stronger, and you're going to embrace that, man. So, with that, I hope this segment was edifying, to show that the Most High's, building us up and molding our characters, to be soldiers for him. So, with that, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to Lekman out there doing this work of faith and labor of love and truth, sincerity. Shalom and death to America.